Hello, good morning, afternoon, and my name is Anna Imagination, and we're going to go over meditation today. I want to talk a little bit about home. I mentioned it in my video or in something I posted over the last few days, and I just want to cover it very quickly. Um, when we meditate, we eventually you're going to reach a point where you either hear about it a lot or you're going to be encouraged to count the breath as home. And this is definitely advanced meditation, but it's something that you do start grooming in the beginning. And it's not something that's really going to be, it's not something you quite understand until you've reached like stage two, halfway to stage three of meditation. So, the way it works is, let's say we get through the habitual practice of meditation, we breathe in, and eventually, what's going to happen once you've established the habit is you're actually brainwashing yourself. You're conditioning your brain to associate stress with relaxation. Literally, you are conditioning yourself to breathe on an instinctual level, on a subconscious level when you are stressed. And it will become, if you stick with with the habit forming, it will become so second nature that as soon as you start to feel yourself rise in stress, you'll start breathing and bring it right back down. And that is the long term goal with meditation, which you don't achieve until you establish the habit. So once you've reached that stage where your anxiety increases, and then by default, you start doing meditation and you breathe and you just pause and you relax, you start to gain a perspective with this where imagine you're out in your daily life and you're working and you're doing, you know, dishes, chores, errands, work, family life. And all these things are happening in fast pace and you're just sometimes you're struggling to keep up, it's overwhelming, and then you just hit pause, literally like you're stopping the world and you're getting off and you meditate, and suddenly everything outside of you falls apart and just doesn't matter. And it's like you've pushed this space so that you have this massive amount of distance around you and it's just you and your breath. And once you achieve that point of meditation, you start to feel like this is your center. This is home. This is your core. And we get to that point once we've established our meditation practice, once we've established the habit, and then we can just push everything else aside. So starting to say home or think home now actually gets you there sooner. It expedites the process because you start to incorporate that concept early on into your meditation and into your brainwashing, into the conditioning. And the reason why you want to do this is because it reaffirms and it solidifies that you do have a place to belong, that there is a space for you, and it grounds you. It really, really grounds you. Like the world can fall apart, but you've got your breath. This one thing I read about meditation was probably the most beautiful thing I'd ever read about. It said, we come into this world with our breath, and we will leave this world with our breath. In the beginning and in the end, there is first and last our breath. It was very powerful for me to read this, and it was very insightful that it's no longer about being alone so much as you have your breath to accompany with you. You have that space. And breathing, meditating regularly allows us to connect with that moment of this is my center and this is my home. So when you meditate, when you're going through the breath work, if you want, if you're ready, start to think, I am home. This is home. And for somebody who struggles or did struggle finding a place to belong, who struggled with the concept of being grounded at a center or a home, this can be a very powerful tool, very, very useful, especially if you're a person who does not feel like you belong anywhere, if you feel like you're lost. Suddenly, your center and home, your breath becomes home. So that's I'm gonna impart that knowledge onto you, and we're gonna go ahead and do our breathing. So as always, in through the nose, out through the mouth, count to four, and hold on four in between. So thank you so very much for taking time out today to breathe with me. As always, the kindest of words always find you. Thank you.